Welcome back, yet again adventurers, to Let's Play Steins Gate 0. In the last episode, Rintaro thought he was prepared for what the worst that World War III had to offer. Unfortunately, none of it compared to the tragedy that has just unfolded. Rukuko, Lab Member 006, a disciple of the Seishin Zanma School of Swordsmanship, wielder of the demon sword Samadare, guardian protector of Yanabayashi Shrine and Akihabara, has fallen. He died protecting the lives of Mayuri Shina and Feiris Nyanyan, Rumiho Akiha. Let us try and make sure that his death wasn't in vain. And to do that, Daru has given Rintaro a rather foreboding objective: to try and find Amadeus Kurisu and to free her from the bonds of the Amadeus system. In other words, free her from the captivity of Stratfor. Of course, there is going to be one person, and one person in particular, who is going to stand between us and Amadeus. We are going to have to face Alexis Leskinen one last time.
もちろん。だからってこのままでいいってわけじゃない。誰？
As much as Daru despises the future as it is, he has the resolve to harness it for his own purposes.
だからさ、オカリン。もう一度戻って考えてみてもいいんじゃね？オカリンの記憶の途切れたその時間に、さ。2011年にか。でも、そんなこと。
I wonder what Daru is trying to say. I could see my aged body in the glass.
大地、この姿のまま戻ったところで、俺に何ができる？
できるわ。
It's actually been quite a while, Maho Hiajo. I heard a voice I recognized from the radio.
久しぶりね、岡部さん。11年ぶりかしら。
Looks like she's been listening in on our conversation.
ヒアジョさんか。
部屋の奥を見なさい。
The back of the room. As if he'd known what she was going to say, Daru had moved to a spot in the back of the room where the lights didn't reach. Suddenly it got brighter, and I saw... Future Gadget number 8. The Phone Wave TBA. Or should I say... the Time Leap Machine version 4.0 Mark 5. Judging by the headset.
あなたや橋田さんから話を聞いて私が作ったものよ。ほら、ちゃんと VR ヘッドも用意してあるでしょ。
In other words, Maho and Daru want us to send our memories from this era back to our past selves in 2011. But we've never attempted such an incredible leap before. And it's not without its risk, but even so, I wonder if it's even feasible.
こんなこともあろうかとリフターも用意してやる。
Let me guess. A 42-inch CRT brawn tube television? Daru went on to explain that for the last 11 years, he'd maintained an environment where I could receive the time leap, even in a coma. That made sense. Even if I was in a coma, as long as they put the receiver up to my head, it would still function. Mayuri and the others had taken care of my body since 2025. So Daru and Maho had known this day would come 11 years ago. Or maybe I told them so back in 2025.
改良を重ねた結果、跳躍可能時間は336時間。一度の跳躍で1週間は遡ることが可能よ。
336 hours, eh?
336時間。2週間か。
2 weeks might not be enough.
ただし、それも途中まで。マシンを改良してそれが可能になったのは10年ほど前だから、それ以前は前と変わらず48時間しか跳躍できない。
But we still have a certain limitation. We can only go back to the time in which the machine was invented, so... Wait a minute. Of course, the memory machine. This is the continued line from the events of 2011, before all this happened, before we shifted. So if my theory is correct, it's a crazy plan, there are so many risks involved, but if I'm right, this just might work. In other words, if I wanted to go back to the end of January 2011, I'd need about 3,000 time leaps. That's the same amount of, that's the same number as the attacks rank of a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
とてつもなく辛い旅になるわ。それでも戻る気があるのなら。
Well, we've done it before, countless times in the Alpha World line, desperately trying to save Mayuri Shina. What's another 3,000? It's going to be a very bumpy ride, isn't it? Almost 3,000 time leaps. Was I really capable of something like that anymore?
しんどくなったら途中で休めばいい。
And then there is also the problem of what happens when the memories of our 40-odd-year-old self end up back in the body of our 18-year-old incarnation. Things might get more than a little messy.
大丈夫よ。どの時間にたどり着いても必ず私たちがいるから。
But if we don't pull this off, if we don't go ahead with it, then all of this would have been for absolutely nothing.
いや、ジョーさん。
We can't let it be for nothing.
私ね、後悔しているの。アマデウスのせいで。あの子は死んでもなお、多くの横島な人々に利用されようとしていた。
Indeed, including your old mentor, Alexis Leskinen, of all people.
何十年も。だから私からもお願い。あの子、 クリスを醜い欲望の渦から解放してあげて。
Indeed.
クリスを救ってあげて。それができるのは岡部さん、あなただけよ。
But how can we save my Kurisu Makase? I didn't know if I could do it anymore. There was no guarantee that the path I was about to travel to would ever lead to Steins Gate. But even so,
もう一度考えるか。
perhaps we should. What could I do? What should I do?
二人とも頼む。
Well, we have nothing left to lose except, well, everything.
オキドキ。
Looks like we're betting the house on this one. As soon as the words were out of his mouth, he started getting ready.
岡部さん、もしも次にクリスに会えたら言ってやって。未来の私はあなたの7倍もの時間跳躍を可能にしたわよって。
I wonder if she'll ever know what that means.
わかった。
If I ever saw Kurisu.
オカリン、こっちの準備は OK だ。
Well, at least Maho can be proud that she finally beat Kurisu in one thing.
早いな。
メンテは怠ってないからね。
さす
Good
が
to
だな。
know. That's our favorite right arm for you.
まあな。
The PhoneWave TBA and the VR headset. They looked a little different than what I'd seen in the old lab, but they were still our future gadgets.
でもマユ姉さんたちとは話さなくていいの？
Suzuha has a point.
今飛ばないと決心が鈍りそうだ。
But then again, so does Rintaro.
それに今会えなくてもいくらだって会えるさ。過去の世界で。
That much is true.
そうだな。
Daru smiled as I took the VR headset out of his hand and put it on my head.
それじゃあまた2週間前でな。
Something tells me this is going to be a very long 2 weeks.
ああ、2週間前で。
しっかりね。
Let's do this. And then there's our good old friend electrical discharge. I jump back into the past once more. It took a long, long time. The journey was unimaginably long. But we've persevered. We stayed true to our convictions. And we time-lapsed back from 2036 all the way back to 2011. And I prefer this time leap sequence to the one from the original Steins Gate visual novel. And we're back. And I've just recalled how unimaginably painful time leaping can actually be, given the fact that I've had to do it myself at various points during this Let's Play. But after 3,000 time leaps, we made it. I looked around at the phone that I was holding in my hand. The date read January 31st, 2011. No doubt about it. I was back. I'd finally made it back. Indeed we have. And I believe with our successful time leap back from 2036 to 2011, I believe this is a good time to end this episode of Let's Play Steins Gate Zero. When we return, adventurers, we shall see whether we have the wherewithal to fulfill our objectives. Find Amadeus Kurisu, free her from the grip of Strat 4, and somehow set the world line on a course for Steins Gate. As always, until next we meet.